80 years ago, LULAC's founders established an organization which would become the largest, the oldest, and the most successful Hispanic organization in the United States. And since our inception on February 17, 1929 in Corpus Christi, Texas, LULAC has championed the cause of Latinos in education, employment, economic development, and civil rights. Our founders could not have imagined that we would find ourselves hosting a national convention of the organization that they established over 80 years ago, over 1,800 nautical miles from our birthplace in Corpus Christi, Texas. They could also not have imagined what we've been able to accomplish over the past 80 years. Throughout our history, LULAC has developed an extraordinary track record of accomplishments that have made conditions for Latinos in the United States far better than what they are today, what they were in 1929. For example, in 1931, LULAC organized and provided funding for the Salvatierra versus Del Rio Independent School District case. It was the first class action lawsuit against segregated Mexican schools. And in 1946, if I could just have your attention for a second, this is a very important history for our organization. I'd like to have your undivided attention, please. Can I please have your undivided attention? Thank you. In 1946, LULAC organized the filing of the Mendes versus Westminster lawsuit in Santa Ana, California, that ended over 100 years of segregation in California's public schools and has become a key precedent for Brown versus Board of Education. And in fact, one of our members, Margie Aguirre, has developed a book documenting this incredible challenge and incredible success story. In 1957, LULAC piloted the Little Schools of the 400 project, a preschool program dedicated to teaching 400 basic words to Spanish-speaking preschool children. And that program became the model for Head Start. It was established with support from the Lyndon B. Johnson administration. In 1966, LULAC and the American GI Forum joined forces to form Operation SARE Jobs for Progress, now the largest and most successful work empowerment program in the nation for Latinos. And in 1968, LULAC created the Mexican American Legal Defense and Education Fund, which is a legal arm of the Latino community. In 1973, we created the LULAC National Educational Service Centers to provide educational services to Hispanic students. Today, LNESC serves more than 20,000 students a year through its network of 17 educational centers. And thank you to the LNESC staff as well. They do a great job for us. They're a tremendous asset to our organization. But we are continuing to do very exciting things. If you look in the PowerPoint behind me, we've got a few samples of some of the programs that LULAC is operating across the country. For example, we have 57 community technology centers now throughout the United States, providing over 150,000 students and families with access to computer technology, workforce training, English language learning, and educational enrichment. We also have a new program with AT&T called Adelante America, which is helping students stay in school and go on to college, something that is critical for our population. And we have our Youth and Young Adults Mural Project, a project that we've done with Young Brands, who's helped us create excitement for our youth. We've got a program with the University of New Mexico providing leadership training and college access for our youth that's going to be starting next week in New Mexico, in Albuquerque. And we've got the great Washington Youth Leadership Program. This is something that's a highlight of our students' career leadership program that takes place in Washington in October every year. We've been involved with a campaign for high school equity parent involvement program. We do immigration and citizen classes across the United States. We have voter registration and process jobs. LULAC registered 50,000 new voters for the fall elections, this past election. And we did it with the support of our partners. We are so excited to have that. And of course, our national convention, the largest national convention of any Latino organization, our legislative awards gala, our wonderful Women's Commission and the Women's Conference that they put together, and the LNESC Upward Bound program, and so many others. LULAC is working day in and day out. We're making a huge difference, and we're so excited about the future of our community and the future of our programs.